I know France won 4-1 against Norway. The attack is mind games. Don't get it twisted. The attack is mind games, bro. Elise, Mbappe, Dembele, Doué or Barcola with Shirky, all potential, all Mateta, all these men rocking on the bench. It is crazy work. But I don't think France is invincible, and France can be got at. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Without any further ado, let's get into why I believe that they can be got at. Because for me, off the ball, they're very passive. They're very passive off the ball. In terms of the first line of press, I've seen Senegal, I've seen Iraq, and now I've seen Norway's B team, not A team, B teams. They rested their main hitters because they wanted them fresh for the round of 32 game. Play through their first line of press with ease, and they was getting a lot of joy in France's half. Norway's B team. Let's be real, that's getting a lot of joy. Ukman Kano got skinned for the goal to make it 2-1, and Theo Hernandez gave away a penalty which was safe because Larson did a, I don't know if he had bets on France to win the game or something like that, but that penalty was dreadful. But yeah, for me, they're giving teams far too much joy in their own half. But Norway's problem was that the lack of quality in their passing was off. Very inconsistent. Some good passes, some shaky passes. And they didn't really have the hitters to hurt France when they needed to be hurt at, because their main hitters was on the bench. I'm telling you from now, if Haaland was on that pitch, I think this game ends 4-3. Because as much as France has deadly weapons in attack, their midfield, for me, if it has, Kone is a very good player. Don't get it twisted and share many, but they're very passive off the ball. Like, you can play through them. You can play through France. Like, people are not going to say it because it's France, but I'm real with it. I know what I see. And France off the ball needs to be worked on if they're going to win the World Cup. You see, I know they're probably going to say, oh, they can go shoot out for anyone they'll win because they'll score more goals because they have main hitters. I hear that. But what happens if a team parks the bus? What happens if a team is more organized than Norway? What happens if a team is, even though they have less weapons because of the names and the caliber of players that France have in their attack, what if they still got players that's capable of putting the ball in the back of the net and seriously hurting France? What now? The off the ball work definitely needs improving, in my humble opinion, as to why I believe France can be got at. But nevertheless, a 4-1 win, you can't really ask for more. You know, the final group game, Dembele with an absolute very good hat-trick, in my humble opinion. His shooting boots was bang on today, Usman. His shooting boots was indeed bang on. 3 devastating finishes, bro. On his right foot, obviously Norway's defending for all 3 of them goals was very suspect indeed. They're giving him too much space for him to get the ball in his favoured left or right foot and bury it. Slaps it with his right foot, and then they allowed Mbappe with 2 assists, 20 goal contributions in 17 World Cup games since 2018. Absolute phenomenal. But yeah, he got 2 assists. The second one was a great pass, you know, to find Dembele. Very easy work. Cuts inside, whips it far corner. Keeper, no chance. The third one as well, like there's 2 defenders on Dembele, but they gave him so much space for him to position himself so he can get that left foot shot and to make it a curler, to make a hat-trick. So I think Norway's defender made life easier for Dembele, but still very good hat-trick indeed. And I remember the first game against Senegal, he was a ghost. And obviously I said that Dembele for France has never got going like that. But in this World Cup, I do expect it to change, even though he had a below par first game, because I know what Dembele is capable of doing. And I know he is a world-class player, and he's going to show that he's a Ballon d'Or winner for a reason. And these last 2 games, he has shown why he is a Ballon d'Or winner. He's coming alive now. Now he's firmly in that Golden Boot race with 4 goals. And it's just, with both feet, you know he's unstoppable. But the way he can just, like, maneuver the ball, create space for other players, be a team player, as well as be very integral in front of goal, you can't really ask more of that, in my opinion. You don't want to see Dembele in the number 10 role because I don't think he has that passing ability that Elise has. But in like either the right wing, centre forward, in the right wing, I think in this France setup is his best position, that right wing, because I think he's able to do things that will make him more free than as a centre forward in this France system and as a left winger. Because he's able to cut inside, because he can finish in them sort of angles, in them sort of positions. He can finish a football and have Elise do his magic from the number 10 role, because Elise said in one of his interviews that he is a number 10, but as a right winger, he's took his game to another level. But in this France system, Elise is a better right winger than Dembele, in my humble opinion. But in this system, Dembele gets the more out of himself in that right wing position, in my humble opinion. So yeah, Dembele, phenomenal hat-trick for definitely deserved man of the match award in my humble opinion. Kylian Mbappe, he didn't get his goal, but again created the most chances, had the most touches in the opposition box, took the joint most shots. He was very unlucky not to score, Kylian Mbappe, to be honest, but again, he was one of the best players on the pitch in my humble opinion. That performance was a very good performance from Kylian Mbappe in my humble opinion. Yes, he couldn't score, but he got 2 assists, 2 very good assists as well in my humble opinion, and he was definitely a problem for Norway in my humble opinion and the defenses. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like I said, Norway had moments in the game, bro. They had moments in the game, but the execution was lacking in terms of the passing. They was playing some good stuff. Oscar Bog came on and he made an impact, won himself a penalty, taking Teo Hernandez on, which forced France to double up on him. Le Croix, you know, he's linked to a move to Chelsea. He is a good defender, though. He's a good defender, and I expect him to improve Chelsea. Upamecano, he was France's best defender, but he got skinned for that goal. And yeah, man, in my humble opinion, Kone is a very good player, in my humble opinion. He's a very good player, man, because he's able to... He's very good technically in terms of the way he moves the ball. Like, he's definitely a very good player, in my humble opinion. Liverpool should take a look at him, but you know what it is? It's the injuries with Manu Kone. It's the injuries with him. But you know what it is, though? He's still a baller, bro, so... Yeah, man, that's all I have to take away from the game. But my main takeaway is that France is not invincible. They can be got, and I gave the reasons as to why. Against a better nation, I do think they caused them way more damage than what Norway's done and what Iraq's done. Because Iraq was moving the ball. I think people forget they was moving the ball quite a bit in that first half of that game, bro. But they didn't have the quality. Now, give Messi them sort of positions, it's over. Give Spain them sort of positions, it's over. Give, that's about it in my opinion. Obviously, give Portugal, but you get me, that Portugal's attack is meaty, so I think France will bust case in that one. England's one, their wingers are meaty, but they have the best striker in the world, so it's Uman and Armour with that. But Argentina and Spain, they're the two that I'm like, yeah, it's raps. And I'm not talking about Spain when they're playing Gavi and Ferran Torres down the wings. I'm talking about Lamine Yamal, especially him. His Nico Williams hasn't been looking too great recently, to be fair. He hasn't been looking great for a long time. But France, like, if they want to win the World Cup, they have to tighten up off the ball, man. It's off the ball. It's a bit too easy to play through them. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, I am out. Peace.